Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Sunday and we're going to do something different today. I don't do a lot of watercolor, but I haven't used the Caran d'Ache Museum aquarelles in a while. And the person that I'm borrowing them from lovingly sent them to me, and I should use them more often. So I want to get those used. I have decided that I'm going to do mostly watercolor in this book, so that is what we're going to do for the page today. I'm going to be using these water brushes, um, and I do believe it says Just a Lot or Just Art. And I found them on Amazon in my coupons. The coupon has since expired, but they have a really cool thing where you just push this to pump the water just like the Caran d'Ache and the Derwent ones have. So we're going to give those a try. All of them are listed below the video. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, Lori. Hello, Carol. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Julia. Hello, Yana. And hello, everybody out there in Lurker Land. The page we're coloring today is this page here. It is going to be colored for green. And hopefully it doesn't destroy too much of the page behind it. But if it does, that's fine. We'll deal with it. I'm going to grab another piece of paper to put behind it, just to keep it from getting wet, because we don't want the other page getting wet. Yeah, I've already colored this one. I painted this one with watercolor. This is the next one we're going to do. And I'm going to put that there. Trying to feel where the edge of the paper is and try to keep it. We'll have to adjust it, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to have to adjust it, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to start up here and we'll work our way down, just so I don't have my hands and things as we're going along. All right, and this way. So we're going to start off with the plant up there. We're going to start with bright green. And with it being a watercolor, you don't need to put down a whole lot. You just need to cover the area. You don't need to worry about the white spot because you're going to be pulling that paint into it. So we've got a water drop there, so we're going to be careful not to color over it. We will be adding the color to it, just not yet. How was everybody's Saturday? We went to the garage sale thing and did not see a single thing that we were interested in, or a single person that we were interested in talking to. We went so that we could see if somebody would be interested in a couple of things that we have in the garage that we need to get rid of before we move. Did I miss anybody coming in? Uh, did I miss Louise coming in? I don't see her, so I'm not sure. Oh, Julia. That's better. Okay. I thought maybe I missed Louise coming in, so I just panicked there for a quick second. It's okay. All right. Now the next color that we're going to use, so that was bright green, and we're going to use a little bit of moss green. In our darker areas here. And then we're going to come in with the moss green into that water area. Hello, Angela. Oh, no problem at all. We finished up the wreath part of the page yesterday that I was working on and started on the opposing page. I will get that one done myself offline. So I have a question for everyone that's here. Um, I know you're kind of used to my time areas for streaming, but we're going to be changing time zones. So, um, when we move, do you want me to maintain the same time frame, or did you want it earlier? Because if I go on at 10 o'clock, once we move, 10 a.m. for Saturday, once we move, that will be um, 10 o'clock Central Time instead of 10 o'clock Pacific Time, which will be a little bit earlier for people and later for people that are used to the Pacific Standard Time. Nice. Hi, Nappin. No, I cannot adjust it for Swedish time. I'm sorry. 2. It'll be a change of 2 hours. So I'd be on the same time zone as Shannon. Okay. Now we're going to take our small brush Trying to make sure I don't put out too much water. Yes. Like I said, for some it'll be, for everybody it will be earlier because it'll either be really early in the morning for Pacific people or it'll be, 10 o'clock in the morning instead of noon for Central, 1 o'clock for Eastern. It'll be 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So it'll be earlier for everybody. Yeah, I know that. But I know that people do things in the morning and then come and watch in the early afternoon or at lunchtime, so on Saturday. Yeah, Sunday will be noon your time instead of 2. If I go at 2 o'clock, it'll be noon your time for Sundays. Saturday and Sunday, my stream times on Saturday is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if once we move, it will change to 10 a.m. Central Time, which will change for people Central Time and Eastern Time to being 10 o'clock in the morning instead of noon. And it'll be 2 in the afternoon Central Time instead of 2 in the afternoon Pacific Time on Sunday, which will change it to noon on Central Time on Sunday. And I was just making sure that those were still good times for people, or I can change it to either a little later or a little bit earlier. guys think? Yeah, yeah, I know everybody can adjust, but sometimes it's difficult to make adjustments in life. So sometimes, if I can make the adjustment as well, it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit of spring green and we're going to take it straight off the pencil and put it in the bubbles of water. And then we'll come around it with the white afterwards. All right, now we're going to move down. I'm still deciding whether or not we'll come through with the um, pencils to put in a little more depth, but I'm not positive on that yet. I think she is. Thought I saw her on Valentine's Day. She was here yesterday. Hello, Gia. All right, I'm going to turn on the heat gun, so I'm sorry. It's a little noisy, but all right. Now we're going to do our little froggy friend here. So we're going to use light olive to start. I know that some people are coloring this book exactly the way that Ken painted them, and he does have, you know, does show the colors in the painting and that he used. But I'm not. I'm going to try to get it fairly close, but can't guarantee. And then we're going to take a little bit of, is it russet that I want? No, I think I want a little bit of vermilion. You're not that far behind, Angela, or far behind Catherine. She just asked it a second ago, so you're not too far behind. I'm sorry that you're tired. That's always hard. All right. Oh, I think those are, pretty sure that's a part of his little toes there, hidden in the moss. Okay. And then we're going to take chrome oxide green. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I say that one does not seem to like me to sharpen this with it, so I will use a regular sharpener. That's better. I hope everything's okay, Laurie. It's the great thing about this community. Anybody goes MIA, we all go looking for you. All right. With them being truffles, can you use them in like a different chocolate base? So instead of truffle, um, add a little bit of a ganache to it or something to sweeten it up a little bit. Hello, Mandy. Welcome, welcome. So these brushes seem to be working really good. They're not putting out too much water, but they're putting out a good continuous stream of water, which is normally why I don't like um, water brushes, because sometimes they just don't put out that continuous stream, and it sometimes just chugs the water out, which is of course not what you want ever. And of course I say that and it decides that it's going to drop one extra drop of water. Okay, we're going to dry this. So the brushes are, I just have the, I bought it in a 2-pack, and they're called Just a Lot or Just Art, something like that. And they have 3 round and 3 square, or 3 flat. Um, Small, medium, and large in both. The link for them is below the video. All right, then we're going to take this one. little things behind there, we're going to use a different green. Use some dark olive. This page, of course, is for green. And we're going to put a little bit of orange. Okay. And then, let's see, what color do I want for... Okay, I think I have chrome oxide out already. Is this one? Yeah. And we're going to do all the mossy stuff here with the chrome oxide first. Hello, Robin. Welcome back, Yana. Okay. Now we're going to activate this, and then I'm going to dry it, and we're going to go over it with a different color because I want the other colors to stand out on top of it. Well, you definitely have to eat. I am so sorry if that is really loud for you guys. Just I want to throw that out there because I didn't think about it. Now I want to use a bit of olive brown. Wow, that's crazy, Yana. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was worried it was a bit loud. All right, now we're going to come in with the olive brown. Some of these areas here. And then a little bit of that green. So this is the moss green. So, yeah, yeah. Yep, it is one of those days that it can be really, really hard on retail workers. Um, take some of this darker green under here. Okay, gonna dry that again. I am, I am. I'm slowly getting it, but it's been a good experience and I like it. Hello Kim, welcome, welcome. And I'll come through and probably iron this flat if I need to at some point. All right, now we're going to come through with this fella's green, so we're going to use light olive. Did we have that out already? I think we already do. It's dark olive. There we are. It's a customer service for a website that sells memberships to 3D printing artists, so people that make the files for 3D printing. Designers. Those little scaly areas I'm going to do differently. And then we get into the moss here again. So okay, and then we've got more moss. And then more moss over here. And then the frog here. I'm definitely glad I decided to do this with watercolor pencils instead of pencils. I'm going to zoom it out a little bit just so you can see what I'm doing because it's a little big. There, that's better. Okay, now we've got underbelly here. Okay. Now I'm using the bright green. Okay. And some grass green or emerald. I think emerald. Well, to do this one with the pencils, it'd be a lot of green, and it would take so much longer. But I made a choice to do watercolor in this book. The only thing that I worry about is the fact that it is double-sided, so there's a page on the back side of this page. So with those pages, I will have to see if the crinkles from the watercolor cause any issues. Okay. Yeah, the watercolor does make it take a whole lot less time. I'm just activating this area because I want to add another color to it. But I don't want it to completely blend with it. So, all right, now I'm going to dry that. All right, now I want, do I want orange? No, I want saffron. Thank you. I always swatch a small area and Then take my water brush and drag it to the edge of the swatch. The further you drag it, the lighter it will get. All right, and then we're going to take a little bit of Carillion. Okay. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome, welcome. Take care, Dawn. Okay, now we're going to dry that. paper's a little unhappy with me, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to go into the body of the frog, and we're going to go, so we did light olive, so we're going to grab dark phthalo. Sap green's too blue. Put that over there. All right, now we're going to grab our brush. Yeah, I will say that if you don't like crinkly paper, don't use watercolors in this book because it is going to crinkle. Yeah, ink tints are a wonderful pencil. I love my ink tints. I don't use them nearly enough. I don't use watercolor things nearly enough. I will say that I have a bit of a fear of ruining things when it comes to using watercolor. So, all right, and then we're going to take a little bit of the red. So this is the vermilion, I do believe. Yeah. Yep. I don't have one that's already ruined. I just have one that I've decided that I'm going to do specifically watercolor in it. If it ruins it, oh well. All right, now we're going to take this green. Yeah. Sometimes when the page is buckling, I get really paranoid of the amount of water that I'm using because it will pool and I don't want it to pool and that sort of thing. I didn't realize how many watercolor pencils I actually have until I was looking for these today. Yeah, yeah, you gotta take some off if you got too much, otherwise it's just gonna puddle and that'll ruin your page. And I have a paper towel on the side here that I'm wiping my water brush off with just to make sure that I've got a good amount of water on there but not too much and to remove any of the darker colors that I don't want to be transferred into the lighter colors. Right now I'm just going through with the dark phthalo cyan green, and number 719. I like the aquarelles because I can reactivate them and blend them a little bit if I've got a hard line that I want to clear up. All right, I think I want to go this way. Like so. Okay. So we're going to do this half and then we'll do the other half. Get a little bit more water out of there. Um, I've seen her use the brush to remove excess water, but I don't know about tape. I know that she uses paper towel, like I'm doing right now. Sometimes it's easier to pick up the water with a dry brush than it is to dab a towel on it. Yeah, I think that was just a typo, Gia. I'm not getting down into the feet yet because I have another color that I need to add down there. Hello, Noelle. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to dry this now. Okay. Now we're going to do this part here. So we're going to do the grass first, or the moss areas first. We're going to do that with the chrome oxide green. Just have to locate it. I think it's this one. Yep. This is going to be our first color. moss green. And then the olive brown. And then we will activate that. All right, now I want to take a little bit of this one. Blend that in there. So, all right, now we're going to dry that out again. Y'all bored yet? So when I clean it off, I use a paper towel and I wipe it off. So if I've got too much water, I wipe it off. So like that's too much water. So I wipe it off. And when I'm moving from one green to another or from a red or anything like that, I wipe it off. Does that make more sense, Gia? All right, now we're going to go back to the greens. So I'm going to use some bright green. There. And then this one. Dark olive on that. Then a little bit of orange. You're welcome. I'm just going to take a little bit from everywhere and put it over on that one. All right, now for the mushroom, we're going to start with green ochre. Well, that's good. Because of the type of mushroom this is, it's going to be a brown mushroom. And we've got another leaf back there. All right. Hello, Shannon. Welcome, welcome. You're always welcome to pop in any old time that you want to. And then we want umber. All right, and then a touch of dark flesh, 50%. And there were the dark areas here. All right, start down here. And I'm hoping that will dry later. So it does not look that yellow on my swatch. If not, we'll go over it. A little bit more brown. Maybe I just went completely out of the lines there. Oh well. Okay. I need bright green. Then have a good night, Shannon. Thank you so much for popping in. Oh, actually, you were asking a question. Ignore me. I read that wrong. I thought you said everybody have a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Ignore me. That's fine. I read that incorrectly. I thought Shannon was popped in and popped out. No, no, I figured that out. Thanks. Never mind. I'm over here just doing my thing. Ignore me. That was all on me. Sorry, guys. Shannon is not leaving. I read it wrong. I read her words incorrectly. Mine not leaving yet. All right, so there we have our one side done. I'm going to dry that out. Okay, now we're going to do his eyes. So around his eyes, I'm going to use this one. And oh, I need to organize too. I need to pack. Oh no, Kim, I'm sorry. All right. And then, what color are Frog's eyes? Just asking for a friend because, I keep on wanting to color them bright green, but, I've never looked at a frog's eyes. I'm sorry. Oh dear. You got another 162 gel pens? Well, happy Valentine's Day, but dang, that's a lot of gel pens. They're kind of green. Okay, thank you. Sap Earth is that one. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the best color for his eyes, and it's like, I don't know. Thank you very much, both of you. You followed the other, the original picture. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the sap green in the dark areas, and then I'll come through with a lighter green. sort of like these. Hello, Sue. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you guys are following the pictures and I am not. I thought about it, but I'd already messed that up, so since I had already messed it up, there was no point in me doing that. So, there we go. And dry his eyeball. Oh no! I'm sorry that the dogs were fighting. That can be really stressful for you and them. All right, now we're going to do the other side. Um, we've got about 10 minutes, so I'm going to get the dark in on the other side here and then so using the dark olive green. And I think I want this one. Yeah. Dark olive green and then the dark phthalo cyan green in the heavier dark areas. Uh-oh, now I've got the hiccups. I must say I'm getting a whole lot more done than I would have if I was doing it with colored pencils. Within the past 2 hours. So because this month is as short as it is, and we have so many still left to do, I'm going to put this one into work in progress, and we'll start a new one on Saturday so that we can try to get through some of these pages before the end of the month. The bingo page, if I don't get another bingo page done, that's fine. Those can be done at another time. I just put that one back into the bucket. But I want to try to get all the prompts done. If that makes sense. Hello, Celine. Welcome, welcome. All right, going to use the medium brush. Yes, I know. I keep on missing you, and I I have been avoiding my office when I'm not working. So when you have, when you're around, let me know because I don't see you on anymore. For some reason, I don't see your light up anymore. So I don't know if you are have it turned off or just don't like me anymore and you blocked me. You're right. That was just dramatic, just so you know I'm not actually like that. All right, we're going to dry this off. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure. Okay. Sure, sure. All right, gonna do around the eye and the saffron. So we're gonna do his eye. And then this one. All right. Okay. There. And then the center of his eye we're going to work with sap green. And this one. And then we're going to dry it. Welcome back. Did you get your cuppa? Okay. All right, going to zoom out. There we have him so far. I will continue on with this probably off screen or on work in progress day. Um, the other side here is going to have the same leaves and the same mushrooms. And then down here on the feet, we're going to do the same thing we did with this frog up here and do the feet with the red toes. So that was 2 hours. I got a lot more done in 2 hours than I normally do. So, and of course I'll be adding some gel pen and that sort of thing to make the water drops stand out a little more and that sort of thing. So this is for Shannon's prompt for green. Hopefully I get it done before the end of the month so that we can get those prompts finished. The next one is, let me see, where are my prompts? So the next one is repetitive and berries. So those two I can do together in the Rooms of Wonder. So then we've got fabric and starts with F, which is the next one. So let's take a look here. Next weekend we will do Rooms of Wonder, and then on the 28th we'll work on fabric. The 25th we'll do a live stream for work in progress, and we'll try to get as much of this done before then. I will work throughout the week on this one as well as any other ones that I'm not feeling like I'm going to get to. All right, everybody, thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy. Of course, in the future, we will be changing some times to Central Time Zone, so the other time zones may see a huge difference in the time that I'm online. That will come in about 3 months. Now, if you have a preferred time, shoot me an email or shoot me a private message. I'm going to be looking at it for the next couple of months here before we do move to see what is best suited for that time zone. All right, guys, with that, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.